قطر في مثل هذا اليوم من عام 90 حقق منتخبنا العسكري
الدوحة مباشرة على قنوات الكأس.
في السوبر العربي لكرة اليد الغرافة يواجه الشمال غدا الساعة 7 مساء بتوقيت الدوحة مباشرة على قنوات الكاس.
On the steep banked boards of the velodrome, the margin for error is minuscule, the consequences huge. It's a gladiatorial test of courage in a coliseum of speed and sound. This time, on Guide to the Games, we look at the discipline of track cycling, and discipline is the key word. The discipline to push your front wheel into dangerous situations without pause. And the discipline to pause when you must, and then ride like the wind when you can.
Laura Trott around the outside, past Tahura, away from Sophia Areola, and now the volume level goes up here in the velodrome. The crowd have got what they came to see, a gold medal performance yet again from Laura Trott.
It is often said that money means medals, and for proof, you need look no further than Great Britain's cycling team. Jealous rivals point to the superior funding Team GB's track team receives as the reason for its domination of the velodrome at the last 3 Olympic Games, citing the £30 million or $38 million British cycling spent on their commanding performance at Rio 2016. Even the stars of the team acknowledge they have an advantage in technology. 4-time gold medalist Laura Kenny even revealing they used different bikes and kits in the 3 years between Olympics before bringing out the state-of-the-art equipment come games time. A point backed by her 6-time gold medal winning husband, Jason Kenny.
We have a 4-year program basically that is all based around the Olympics and all based around winning Olympic medals, which is frustrating at times, you know, very frustrating in the gap. But we get here and we get to enjoy the reward, so that's all it is basically.
But whether it's better equipment, an edge in coaching and training, or just superior talent, this cycle of domination can be traced to a disastrous Olympics in Atlanta 1996, when Great Britain won just 1 gold medal in rowing. A national lottery began the year after, in part to raise funds for sport, and British cycling was one of the biggest beneficiaries. France was the leading track cycling nation at Sydney 2000, but Team GB at least won 1 gold. 2 more followed in Athens as Australia topped the tally. But since 2008, it's been a Team GB landslide. 20 gold medals in Beijing, London, and Rio. The euphoria of the 7 gold home games of 2012 had been tempered by the retirements of their 2 greatest cyclists, Sir Chris Hoy and Victoria Pendleton. At the 2015 World Championships, the squad had a new look. But when Team GB failed to win a single gold medal, it looked like the wheel had turned. Now the cycle is being repeated. Team GB quiet at the 2019 World Championships in Poland, the year before Tokyo, just as they were the year before Rio. From the 20 events at the World Titles, the Brits won just 1 gold. Eleanor Barker in the scratch race, an event not contested at the Games. With just 2 other silver and 1 bronze, Great Britain finished only 6th on the medal table. with Netherlands and Australia dominating the titles with 6 gold medals each. Since Rio, another big name has departed the team. Sir Bradley Wiggins retiring after his 5 gold, 1 silver, and 2 bronze from 4 games made him the owner of most Olympic medals in British history. But they still have the Kennys, the first couple of Olympic sport, between them winning
one for me was the one that, you know, I never believed that was ever going to happen to me. So, like I say, yeah, it felt like all my dreams came true.
Jason, 4 years older than Laura, started his Olympic haul in Beijing, winning gold in the team sprint before finishing second to teammate Chris Hoy in the individual sprint. Gold in both races followed in London and Rio, with a 3rd Rio gold in the Keirin. Mentor Hoy has backed Kenny's decision to abandon retirement.
It's not just about one day every 4 years where you step up in front of a big crowd and win a gold medal. It's the grind, it's the hard work, it's the setbacks, it's the injuries, and now he's a dad, you know, it's the time away from his wee boy. So it wasn't an easy decision to make, but I think you could see that he was enjoying riding his bike more since he's come back. He's actually having fun now, and that will be a crucial element in him making it to Tokyo.
One 1,000th of a second. Infinitesimal. The smallest margin by which Olympic gold can be won or lost. In the burst to the line, The difference between victory and defeat can be invisible to the naked eye. That's why every smoothed edge, every non-resistant fiber is important to the track cyclist's wardrobe. From the space-age aerodynamic helmets to the unflattering fashion of the spandex suits. The track bikes are lightweight, but must be robust and rigid. Usually made of carbon fiber at international level, they have a single gear and no brakes, with thin tires pumped to the highest pressure in the search for that extra 1,000th of a second. There are 12 gold medals to be decided at Tokyo, up 2 from Rio, with the addition of the men's and women's Madison, along with the team pursuit and team sprint, the individual sprint, the Kirin, and the Omnium. The Madison had been dropped from the Olympic program for the Omnium after 2008. It's been restored because of its popularity with fans as a dynamic, tactical event, demanding the highest bike handling skills, strategy, and dash. Named after a brand of racing introduced at Madison Square Garden in New York, the Madison has teams of 2 racing over 50 kilometers for men and 30 kilometers for women. A sprint lap occurs every 10 laps, as teams accrue points with only one rider racing at a time, handing over to the other with a slingshot touch of the hands. Points are doubled on the final lap, the fans invariably roaring the roof off. The greatest Madison pairing is considered to be Great Britain's Sir Bradley Wiggins and Mark Cavendish. They won the 2008 World Championship together, before both concentrating on road racing ahead of an emotional return for the 2016 World Championships in London a few months before the Rio Games. They won their second Madison title in what was Wiggins' last major appearance in front of his home crowd.
I rode this event first time in 1998 with Rob Hales. So 18 years ago I did the first one, and this was my last, so what better way to do it, Mark? Yeah.
Here we go, 100 now.
Although the Omnium has been retained on the program, it has been shortened from its 6-race format over 2 days in Rio to a 4-race event on just 1 day in Tokyo, with a scratch race, an elimination race, a tempo race, and a points race, all with points accruing in a variety of ways, with the winner requiring not just a brilliant sprint, but tremendous endurance. Gender equality in track cycling was slow to come, with men racing at every game since 1896, but the women not debuting until 1988 with just 1 event, increasing gradually to the same 5 as the men in London 2012. The only change between London and Rio was in the women's team pursuit, which featured 3 riders from each team over 3,000 meters in 2012, but was brought into line with the men with 4 riders over 4,000 meters in 2016. As its name implies, the team pursuit is all about teamwork. 2 4-rider teams start on opposite sides of the track and work to clock the 4,000 meters in the faster time, riding centimeters apart at more than 60 kilometers an hour, seeking to gain the best draft from the rider ahead, each taking turns in front, creating the